this is gonna be a storytime video on how I met and hung out with Bad Girls Club star Mehgan James. She's from Bad Girls Club season 9, the Mexico season. She was definitely the baddest bitch on that season and the baddest bad girl of all time. Okay, so it all started, I'd say maybe like, damn, when did the season come out? The season came out like 2012, 2013, I believe. But yeah, I was in middle school. No, I wasn't. I was in high school, and I think it was like, it was in the beginning of sophomore year, but freshman year I started off on Twitter. I made a Twitter, like a fan page for her. And before her season came out, like when the promos came out and I knew who she was, immediately, like, she was my favorite. Like, I liked her. I liked that she just like came off as bougie. Like, nothing wrong with being bougie.
First of all, you said you spend $700 on a weave.
Yes.
Let me touch it and see, because I know good weave. Come on now. Let me see if this is $700 worth. This Bella Dream?
Yes, boo.
Yes,
Bella
it is.
Dream.
It's good here.
Yeah, she just like, well, her promo was like what she was infamous for, beating two bitches up at the same time. But yeah, when her promo came out, I was like, damn, like, that's a bad bitch. So, I started repping her from the beginning of her season to, I believe I'd stopped, on All-Stars Battle 1. Yeah, after All-Star Battle 1, like, towards the middle, or after the reunion, I believe, I shut that page down, and I turned it into a personal. But yeah, like, well, obviously they filmed the season like way before the promos come out, obviously. So, she would get bookings in LA, but I was still like 16. No, I was like, yeah, like 16, 15. So obviously I wasn't old enough to get into the clubs. And so she had been following me on my Twitter. So I would DM her all the time and I'd tell her like, hey Mehgan, like, I know you're gonna be in LA, like, da-da-da, like, can we hang out? She would never reply. Well, she would, but she'd just be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, tight schedule, like, she was like, maybe next time. But yeah, so I tried again when they came back to LA to film the reunion, but the reunion's just crazy, like, because they're always just filming, and they're just constantly busy. Like, they don't come to LA to hang out. They come to LA to work, they film, and they do the reunion, and then they're back to where they're supposed to be. So yeah, I knew that one wasn't gonna work out either. So yeah, and then I remember it was like towards All-Star Battle. She was coming to LA just to come, I believe. Yeah, she was coming just to come. And I DM'd her and I told her, hey, like, I know you're gonna be in LA, like, can we hang out? Like, I've been trying to hang out with you for a while. Or, like, meet you or whatever. Like, I didn't say hang out, I said meet. And she was like, no, yeah, like, for sure, like, let's go to Saddle Ranch. Like, I remember I was like, what the fuck? Like, is this real? I was like, oh my god, like, how cool. She wanted to meet there at 12:15 because she had a meeting at 3. So I was like, alright, cool. I would like, and I'd be like, hey, like, are we still on? Like, if you're not, like, if you don't want to do it, like, it's cool, like, I understand. And so she did, and she was like, yeah, no, like it's still on. Yeah, we're still on. And so here comes the day of, and I'm like nervous as fuck. Like, I have like at least like almost $100 because I didn't know what I was gonna like expect. I never been to Saddle Ranch. I knew of Saddle Ranch because like Bad Girls Club, when they had their LA seasons here, like they would film there. Sometimes they go out to eat, they go out to drink at Saddle Ranch. So I was like, fuck, it's probably expensive since it's like a well-known like little whatever it is, restaurant, bar, whatever. So yeah, and I was gonna pay for her food too, like obviously, like but yeah, so I take the bus. I take it from in front of my house because I didn't want to like tell my mom where I was going because then she'd probably get like all worried. So I went to take the bus in front of the house, and luckily it drops me off right in front of Saddle Ranch because it's on Sunset and it's somewhere in Sunset. But yeah, and so I take the bus. I end up taking the wrong bus. But luckily I just had to walk like 1 or 2 blocks. And because I was a little late, it did take me like an hour almost to get there because there was like so much traffic. I remember it was a Saturday and there was hella traffic. And yeah, I was running a little late. And when I was walking to Saddle Ranch, I was like calling my friend and I was like, oh my god, like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what am I gonna tell her? Like, what am I gonna talk to her about? Like, I don't want to ask her about Bad Girls Club. Like, she was just telling me like just chill because low-key I was just being over dramatic. But yeah, and so I get there and I text her and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And luckily like she's running like too, so it's like not being rude because I'm late. We're both kind of late, so it's like so she texted me. No, she called me and she was like, hey boo, like I'm gonna pick you up, we're gonna go do my makeup, and then we can go somewhere. And I was like, oh my god, like cool, like that's more than, you know, what we're gonna do. Like that's more fun, not more fun, but like that's like more adventurous. Like that's cool, like I'm gonna be doing more with you. Like it's like spending the day with you. And so yeah, she picked me up in her little rental car. It was super cute. And I remember when I got in there, I was like, oh my god, like I was like, no way. But yeah, like I remember I didn't really take a lot of Snapchats. I did take like maybe one of like my feet, and like I was like, oh my god, I'm in Megan's car. But that's when Snapchat really didn't save anything. Oh my god. And like the worst part was my phone was like, I remember I had the iPhone 5 and it was already like at no storage. Like I remember my phone had this like thing in it where it miscalculated my storage. So like I'd have like 0 fucking apps, nothing, and it still say like no fucking storage. So I was a little fucked. Like I couldn't really like record on Snapchat, so I was pissed about that. But I didn't care. Like it was in the moment. Like I was like, I'm here with Megan, like that's fucking cool. So I remember getting in the car with her and we're like kind of talking, and like she's like, hey, so like I remember that's when I was younger and I would always just hang around like Hollywood, and she was like, how do you get to the Grove? And the Grove's kind of like you know, kind of towards Beverly Hills, so I was not familiar with that shit. And I was like, damn girl, like I don't know. So we did like her GPS, and I remember she was like, oh my god, like let's call Sephora, let's call like MAC, and let's see if they can do my makeup. And I was like, alright. I remember I called Sephora for her, and Sephora was booked. And luckily we called MAC at the Grove, and I mean at the Beverly Center. That's what I meant. I didn't mean the Grove, the Beverly Center. And you know, they were like, yeah, come in, like we can do your makeup, like. So we're like, okay, cool. I remember we went to the Beverly Center. Oh my god, I totally missed. Before that, when I got in the car, she was like, oh, we're waiting for someone. And I was like, oh, okay, like it's probably another fan, like it's kind of cool. You know, like it won't be that awkward. And so yeah, he comes in, and like I guess he was her like ex-assistant or publicist or something like that, or her booking agent, something like that. His name was Junior too. And I remember like he was kind of fucking rude in the beginning. Like he was like what do you say? He was just like, oh, so Megan, you're just picking random people off the street. And I was just like in the back of my head I was like, okay bitch, like already like being rude as fuck. I just shut up because I was just like, okay, like whatever, like you know him more than me, like I'm not gonna say shit. And I was here with Megan, like I didn't give a fuck. But like towards the ending, he was still kind of rude, but like he was nice. I guess he's just like naturally like a rude ass person. I don't know, but yeah. So we went to the Beverly Center, and we went to the Mac there in the little Macy's, and they were doing her makeup. Um, that guy was asking me questions about like who I am, but not like rude ass like questions, just like basic questions like am I talking to anybody, like um just about my life. And yeah, I was kind of like breaking the ice. He was being kind of cool or whatever. And from there, like it was kind of cool because a lot of people were like stopping her and asking her for pictures. It was really cool, even like the security guard. So from there we went to like Culver City. I didn't know where we were going. Like I was just like, okay, like we're going to, she had an event, and I was like, all right, cool, like I don't mind like crying, complaining. So I remember we went to Culver City, and we went to Fox Hills Mall. And on the way, obviously, she was telling us where we were going. Well, she was telling me where we were going. And we went to Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives. We went to her shoe event. She was like releasing some shoes at Chic. It was pretty cool. Um, so when we got there, like I got to meet Jackie Christie. I met her daughter Chantel, which is like she's super fucking, pretty. Who else did I meet? I know. Oh, I met her friend Janae. Her friend, she's from, I guess, a friend from Houston. She had moved to LA. I think she was an actress. Um, but yeah, her friend Janae was like super cool, super fucking nice. Like, I loved her. Like, she was so fucking cool. Um, so yeah, and then I didn't like even put the pieces together that Megan and Jackie, like that day, me being there with them, like they were meeting, and Megan ended up being on Basketball Wives. So that was pretty cool that I got to like experience that, like them meeting, and then from that, like her going to another show, Basketball Wives. But yeah, back to her friend Janae. Like her friend Janae was like super cool. I remember after that whole event, like we were there for like maybe like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, I think. It was pretty, like I was pretty fucking hungry, but I wasn't complaining. It was cool. It was a really fucking fun experience. Cause it's like definitely stuff that I want to, like that's what I want to do in the future. Like I want to go to events. I want to be a TV personality. But yeah, that was cool as fuck. So after the event, we went to Olive Garden. We went to go eat, and I have like one picture from there. And then yeah, from there she just took me back home, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, it was like a quick little story time, like not too long, but it was just a fun experience overall. Um, yeah, and after that, I mean, I still kind of talk to Megan. She still follows me on Instagram. I DM her sometimes, and I like compliment her. Like I complimented her on her veneers, though she's like super good. And yeah, yeah.